Hello and namaskar, viewers. I am Sanjeev Pandya, welcoming you to another episode of the Money Talk with AJ right here on ITV Gold. The show is brought to you by Science CPS Services, a full-fledged professional accounting firm located in the state of New Jersey, multiple locations where they can assist you with any tax-related matter, whether it's a personal tax, small business, mid-sized business, large business, they can help you out. And when I say full-fledged, I really mean it because they have their trained, knowledgeable, and experienced CPAs on hand. Normally, you don't see that in CPA firm, but at Science CPA Services, they are there to help you out. Once you call them, you can make an appointment. Zoom call is also possible. Over the phone, consultation is also possible. All you need to do is give them a call at 908-888-8900, 908-888-8900, or visit their website, sciencecpsservices.com. And you may wonder, why call them now? Why do I need to get in touch with CPA? Well, this is the time before the year end, and this is the time where, as we are in the mid-year of the year 2026, that's when you should have an accountant or CPA like Ajay Kumar who can review your taxes and taxes liability for the year. And they can suggest you where to invest money, in what plans, where you can save on your tax liabilities, taxes that you have to pay. But if there are ways where you invest the money and taxes that you don't have to pay, and that's why you need to look into your finances now. So give them a call at 908-888-8900. With that note, I'd like to welcome Mr. Ajay Kumar, who is a CPA, MBA, and CVA with Science CPA Services, and over 25 years of experience, brings his knowledge, experience, and expertise in this show, The Money Talk with AJ. AJ, welcome to the show. How is it going?
It's going well, Sanjeev. Thank you. And you are 100% right. A lot of people come to us at the year end. In February, March, how do I save taxes? And more than likely, the answer is, well, it's too late. You should have come during the year. Once the year is over, especially for small businesses, a lot of those transactions are done. You can't change anything going back. If you start the planning in this year, during the year, and remember, a lot of small businesses file extensions. They did not file the taxes. The deadline is September 15th for LLCs, S-Corporation. So this is the right time to be thinking about taxes, not just for the prior year, if you filed extension, but for the next year. See, half the year is done. How much is the profit? Where are you going? How do you manage the bottom line now? And if you have a small business, remember, June 15th is the second quarter's estimated tax payment deadline. June 15th, second quarter's estimated tax payment deadline for all taxpayers.
Very good. Very interesting information. That's why, viewers, tax time and tax review is throughout the year. So keep that in the mind, and at your earliest convenience, reach out to Science CPA Services. With that note, let's begin the show today. Small business, mid-sized business, large business, US is based upon businesses. The pillars are businesses, small, mid-sized, large businesses, and business entities are very common, whether it's S corporation, C corporation, partnership, limited liability. But there is one form of entity which is quite popular, and you see it in many businesses because it gives you advantage, it gives you protection. Most importantly, it gives you protection because that's exactly what this entity means for. It's called LLC, Limited Liability Corporation, and that's the one being very popular among most of the businesses, and that's what we're going to talk about. LLC. AJ is going to tell us what are the pros and cons of LLCs, but most importantly, people think when it comes to registering LLC, they think about Delaware. Is Delaware the most popular destination to register LLC? Or maybe not? You'll be surprised. With that note, let's hear it from AJ.
Absolutely, Sanjeev. So not only we'll talk about if LLC is the right structure for you, we'll talk about what LLC is, and most importantly, we want to focus in this episode which state is the best state to form an LLC, assuming you decided that LLC is the right structure. There are several situations where LLC may not be the right structure. We have 5 different type of structures here in this country, Sanjeev ji. It starts with proprietorship, partnership, LLC, S Corp, and C Corp. So when you move from proprietorship to C corporation, proprietorship, partnership, LLC, S Corp, and C Corp, your compliance requirements increases. So LLC is right in the center. Two companies below LLC, two companies above LLC. So you have the best of both worlds. Lowest taxes, potentially, lowest compliance, meaning best structure you get, best of both worlds, especially if it's a real estate company. Most people will prefer LLC. If you have a foreign partner, LLC and C Corp are the only options. So LLC is well suited in many situations. This episode is more about why LLC, what is an LLC, what taxes do you file, and more importantly, which state is best suited for your type of LLC in your situation. So we'll give you some general information, and then hopefully you can make the decision yourself, or you can call us and we can help you make the decision.
Very good, Ajay. Before we go into the which state is better for you to create an LLC, Ajay, can you touch base upon what are the steps to consider before you contact the state to register an LLC? There must be some steps that any business owner, starting business owner should consider.
Any business owner who is starting a business, they need to consider what structure first. Why? Am I looking for privacy? Do I care if my name is shown on the state website? Do I need more asset protection? Do I have foreign owners in the company? How much profit do I expect to be making? Let's say, for example, if you have a real estate company. On paper, a real estate company generally do not show any profit. Once you take the mortgage interest, property tax, and depreciation, don't forget depreciation, out of the total rental income, on paper, at least you don't show any profit. When you have no profit, LLC is the best structure. When you are having foreign owners, LLC is the best structure. When you have a holding company, LLC is the best structure. When you're looking for a pass-through entity and don't want the obligations of the payroll, again, LLC is the best structure. So LLC provides you best of both worlds. Out of 5 structures, LLC is at number 3. 2 companies are below it, lesser protection, lesser compliance. 2 companies are above it, higher compliance is needed for S Corp and C Corp. So LLC makes sense in a lot of situations. The real question is, why LLC? What does LLC do? As the name says, limited liability company, your main concern is limiting the liability that comes from your business. Asset protection, privacy, and of course, you have single taxation. What it means is, if you were to choose a C corporation, the business pays taxes first. Any money that you take out, you pay the taxes second time. In LLC, the business does not pay taxes. The question we are asked, how much tax the business have to pay if I'm making $1 million? Well, zero. The LLC itself does not pay any income tax. LLC's income flows through, passes through to the personal taxes, and you pay tax only at one level, at the personal level, as opposed to C Corp, where the business pays tax first, then any money you take out, you pay the second time the taxes again.
Okay, very nice, very well explained. So having said that, once they decide that yes, which state offers favorable tax situation, and where, sometimes privacy matters also. Some businesses, they like to remain very private after, opening an LLC. And I believe some states offer the privacy also, that once you open an LLC. So now let's look into it. Delaware has been the most popular destination for decades. When it comes to LLC, let's open LLC. And here, Ajay, with your permission, I may like to add that many huge companies here in the USA, whether they are in technology, whether they are in healthcare business, whatever the business may be, and I'm talking about hundreds of millions or billions of dollars company, they have registered their LLC in Delaware, correct?
Absolutely, 100%. And the real question is, why people go to Delaware?
Yes.
We know a lot of people go to Delaware, and you're 100% right. Last year, Wyoming surpassed the new LLCs compared to Delaware. Wyoming had more LLC registrations than Delaware, which is surprising. Delaware has been number 1 forever. But the question here is why people are going to Delaware, why people are going to Wyoming. So in many cases, people are looking for privacy. In both of these states, the owner's information is not listed publicly on the state website. Say, for example, if you register a business in New York, in New Jersey, anybody can pay the state $25 and get the registration document. You don't have to have legal authority around it. Anybody can get any company's information registered in New Jersey by paying some money to the state. This is public information. So in Wyoming, in Delaware, this information is not publicly available. You don't have to disclose who will own the company when you are registering a business in Delaware. So privacy is one reason. Especially Delaware has been around forever. So Delaware has a very, very strong legal structure. The liability protection that you have in Delaware is far greater than, in theory at least, that's what the belief is, that you see in any other state. And part of the reason, if you dig deep into it, Sanjeevji, the decisions for an LLC, for a business disputes are generally made by the jury, not by the judge.
Not by the judge, yes.
So it sort of creates a situation when most of these decisions are going to go into the business favor.
Okay.
When you have foreign investors, they prefer Delaware.
They prefer Delaware,
Better
yes.
legal protection. And when you have foreign owners, you want the simplicity in the structure.
Yep.
Protection for myself, simple structure. And since I'm not in the US anyway, so Delaware is as good as any other state for me.
So now, having said that, I know obviously that you explained to us why Delaware is so popular and so useful. We're going to find out in the second half that how come Wyoming has become the most popular destination, or rather the state for the LLCs. That's all coming up right after this messages. Stay with us. Welcome back to the second half of the Money Talk right here on ITV Gold. Money Talk with Ajay. This is the show, brings you all the information that you really need to know about money. Moving on to the show, viewers, this episode we are talking about LLC and LLC, Limited Liability Company. Delaware, as you know, is a very, very popular place as the state for any company, even foreign investors, to open an LLC. But Wyoming is coming up. Wyoming now, the state of Wyoming tops Delaware state, and AJ has all the information that you really need to know why Wyoming is now on the top.
Absolutely, Sanjeevji. So we have discussed the privacy rules. We have discussed that both of these states, Delaware and Wyoming, have no personal income tax. Don't confuse with no income tax. A lot of people will tell you, oh, this state has no taxes. That's not true. There is corporate taxes in both of these states. We are talking about the personal state income tax. You still have to pay the personal federal taxes. Only the state personal income tax is not there. Historically speaking, we have seen Delaware, Wyoming, and Nevada as the top three states. Now Wyoming has become number one, mainly because of the franchise tax. As much as Delaware was number one in terms of no personal income tax, privacy reasons, proper legal structure, Wyoming does not have franchise tax. State of Delaware has franchise tax, and most people who are starting the business, they are hoping to make money in their business. Delaware has higher corporate income tax than Wyoming. Delaware has a special tax, they call it franchise tax, which could be as much as $200,000 per year. The same tax or license renewal costs $75 in the state of New Jersey. Meaning New Jersey has their own taxes. I'm not trying to compare the two states. So lower tax structure with the similar benefit, with the same benefit that Delaware was giving, that Delaware is giving, in terms of no personal income tax, privacy reasons, proper legal structure, allowing the foreigners to have the company started over there. They're all there with Wyoming. That used to be there with Delaware only. And now the way we see it, just because Wyoming provides the least cost structure, lower tax structure, that's why people are trying to move from Delaware to Wyoming.
Okay. So my question is, Delaware is located, right between New Jersey and Maryland on the East Coast, and it's very, very well placed. Now, Delaware is also a very popular destination because, summertime and wintertime, Delaware is, the scenic views are very, very interesting, and Delaware has also large number of residential people living in there. So when they offer this kind of incentives for LLCs, they perhaps offset the little bit of losing value of it by generating revenue through other taxes in Delaware. But AJ, my question to you is, Wyoming is kind of away. It's kind of on its own location, very quiet location. It's not a tourist attraction. It's not somewhere that most of the people would like to go for vacation and whatnot. But by offering this incentives on the taxes, you think the state is going to be losing their revenue, sacrificing their revenue?
No, not really. It's the other way around. See, take a step back. There are 50 states. Wyoming is one of them. So Delaware may be closer to us, but Wyoming is closer to a lot of people.
No, true.
So all these 50 states people, when they want to register the business, if your state is coming in their mind first, and you become the number one state where the businesses are formed, you wouldn't be losing money.
Okay.
If anything, you will be making more money. But we want to clarify one thing here. We want to bring in the Nexus definition. If you have a business in New Jersey, and you form a company in Wyoming, Delaware, or Nevada, that does not mean you don't have to pay New Jersey taxes. So just because you have the company in a no personal income tax state, you have to say where exactly the business is happening. Do you have a nexus over there? Do you have a warehouse? Do you have employee working in that state? Do you have a shop in that state, a retail shop? If you have a nexus, more than likely you have to pay taxes in the state where you have nexus as well. So just be careful. Just don't take away the idea, I can form the LLC in Wyoming, I live in New Jersey, and I don't have to pay any taxes. That's not how it works.
Absolutely, because it allows most of the states, they allow to open an LLC, even though if you're not living in that state. But the state that you're living in, the resident that you are of that state, it is your responsibility to pay the taxes required by that state law, whether it's in New Jersey, New York, or any other state. You open the LLC in Wyoming to get some benefits, but you're still responsible to pay taxes over there. Okay, so now since that confusion is clear, right? What is a foreign LLC registration? As you mentioned, sometime foreign LLC is somebody overseas can open LLC here.
Two different concepts. So yes, somebody from foreign, meaning outside US, can register the LLC in this country without having the social security number. You don't have to be here in this country. You don't have to have any visa or legal rights to open the LLC in this country. You can have a company in any state of your choice without actually having the assistance. But that's not what the foreign registration means here. The foreign registration means you formed the LLC in Wyoming, but you're trying to do business in New Jersey. Now, the state of New Jersey wants you to do the foreign registration in the state of New Jersey because your domestic, your original registration is outside the state where you are conducting the business. If you have an office in California, you have employees, you have an IT consulting company that you formed in Delaware, now you open an office in California. In the state of California, you have to do the foreign business registration. So foreign business registration generally means that your actual original registration is done outside the state. Now you're doing a registration in a particular state because you have nexus in that state. That's foreign registration.
Okay. Anyway, so that clears the myth. So now we know that Wyoming is one of the known places, and now it tops Delaware also. So Delaware, Wyoming, Delaware, but Nevada is still there. Nevada is still really, really popular place for the businesses to open their LLC account. So whether you open account in any one of these states that we mentioned, LLC is LLC. All the tax liability flows through the personal tax returns, correct?
LLC is LLC, and all the income will flow into the personal taxes. That's a federal rule. That's a central government rule. That will be there for all the 50 states.
Okay. And does someone have to be citizen to open this LLC in any one of these states?
No citizenship, no green card, no L1, H1, any visa, not even a social security number, not even an ITIN number is needed to open an LLC in this country, in any of the 50 states. You can choose a state and we can form the LLC without you actually coming to this country.
You think this is this the only country in the world which offers this kind of
That's
things?
why we call it land of opportunity. That's why everybody is coming to US, because that's why US is made up of a small business owner. A lot of very, very small business owner trying to work hard to make a living here.
Because in the other countries, as we know, AJ, that bureaucracy is so high that there are so many conditions for you to, even start a company, let alone the taxes matter. Taxes, we can put it aside. But you need, there are so many rules and regulations before you even open a company in that country. And India is one of them. And
100%. 100%. Take an example of India.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous how long it takes to open a limited liability, private limited liability company over there.
Yep.
I mean, in US, you give us the information this morning. By the evening, we give you the formation document.
Absolutely.
In India, it takes months.
Yep, there's no country like that, and that's why it's called land of opportunities. AJ is absolutely right. Anyway, viewers, this is a show called the Money Talk with AJ. Every week we come to you in your home with this show, the Money Talk with AJ, where AJ shares his knowledge and expertise and experience on the money talk, and of course relates to business and taxes. Remember, the show is brought to you by Science CPS Services for any tax matter, personal tax matter, corporate tax matter, or God forbid if you have IRS audit letter, or even if you need a virtual CEO, CFO, bookkeeping services for your small businesses, so that way you can focus on your business. Reach out to Science CPS Services. They have solution to each and every single business problems that you have. So reach out Science CPS Services. They are the highest rated CPA firm in New Jersey and one of the most prominent in the country. So reach out to Science CPS Services, 908 888-8900 or sciencecpsservices.com. With that note, I'd like to thank AJ for his time and for your valuable information.
Absolutely, Sanjeev. Thank you.
All right. I am Sanjeev. Until we meet again, same place, same time, you do take care. And remember, LLC options, Wyoming, Delaware, Nevada. Happy business doing. So long.